Good afternoon, everybody. At the outset, I extend my thanks to the distinguished personality behind this show, Atab Shah, a galaxy of sociologists from different parts of the country, guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Saroj Mania. I represent an organization called Research Analysis Consultants. I have made a presentation. I have presented a paper. That's the background situation of sanitation, and the focus is on rural Orissa, situation of rural Orissa. So social development and sanitation go hand in hand, since without attending the conditions related to public health, no society can be attributed to be developed, civilized, goods and substance. Increased access to sanitation and improving hygienic behavior play a significant role in inhibiting various diseases in the context of India. Despite the inflow of a lot of resources over the last quarter century for sanitation, the situation is still challenging. Yes. Moreover, the situation of sanitation is challenging, and it is an uphill task for Government of India. Government of India is signatory for this Millennium Development Goal. We hope it's challenging for Government of India to achieve it because of lot many gaps in ground area. India is second largest populous country with 70% rural inhabitants, for which it is rightly called that India lives in villages. Moreover, 25 out of every 100 rural population are having access to sanitation. But there is intense disparity among the states with this. The data says it is reported that less than 10% rural households in Madhya Pradesh use toilet, as compared to over 80% in Kerala and 60% in Assam. In case of Haryana, more than 60% rural households are having all the electrical gadgets, but less than 30% having a toilet in their house. And it may be inferred that the habit of using toilets is more of an attitude than affordability. Let me discuss about the situation of Orissa. When one looks at the situation of Orissa, the situation is more timid because it depicts a greater challenge and opportunity for sanitation. With a total population of more than 4 crores, the state has ranks 11th in size of India and covers a geographical area of 155,000 square kilometers, and is comprised of 30 districts and 314 city blocks, etc. The Human Development Indicator reflects that the state is very low compared to other states. It's reported that IMR at Orissa is 65 out of 1,000 live births as compared to the average national rate of 54 to 1,000. About half of the state population is still hanging below the poverty line. However, the dismal depiction pertaining to socio-economic reflection may be attributed mostly to the composition of the state rather than the state. Let me first cover the situation of tribals in Orissa. Orissa is a state which is having about 1/4 its population as tribals. So here about 1/4 population, and they consist from 62 tribal communities, including 13 primitive tribal groups. The socio-economic condition is abysmally low. They lack to have proper fooding, shelter and clothing. Due to poverty, they are not literate in true sense of the term, and the awareness level is very low. Their drive to send their wards for formal schooling is also poor. As a result, the literacy rate of tribals is very poor, and the same of the tribal women is alarming low. They are mostly away from the mainstream. In this background, they are not able to think that sanitation is a necessity for life, because basic things are they are deprived of. So also the case of 100% of the scheduled castes, those who are also coming from the backward community. And this another situation I am giving you about the rural scenario of coastal Orissa. Apart from these tribals, there is another major section of the state. They come under the coastal zone adjoining to Bay of Bengal. Here majority rural households are relatively developed. The people are educated and have sanitary sustainable income. Still, they are not interested in use toilets, even if they can afford it. Reason behind, it's a question of their attitude. Water bodies are very nearby. So they prefer to go to a water body than using a toilet. So what we have found many a times that the household is having a toilet, but they are using as animals as staying. Cows are staying, or agricultural producer cash. The answer they are getting, there is no tap connection to the toilet. So The pertinent thing comes that if a toilet is without having a tap, then probably people are not interested to use it. Besides, in rural communities, they are telling one bucket of water is not sufficient to flush out. And without the tap connection, they are taking one bucket. Once it's over, they cannot enter the house. The woman will not allow them to enter the house. So for all these hindrances, they feel that water bodies are very nearby. It's better to go to nearby pond, river or something rather than using this toilet which is creating problems. So there are many problems. So my point is it's a difficult area. Panacea for the state of Orissa is hilly terrain zones having low water table, forest areas having lack of water source, due to poverty, illiteracy and low level of awareness, meager land holding by most of the households, very small land holding per household, so there is no space for a backward toilet, the lack of proper implementation and sincere verification of the program. Not many government programs depict that toilets have been covered, village is covered, but if you go and verify it, it's not that. The situation is something different. So this should be realistic. So the rural children, besides the rural children in the schools may be motivated for discarding open defecation on health grounds. Then the construction of toilet along with water taps may be considered. The different cross-section of the rural communities should be motivated separately. Children, old people, women, by experienced counselors to use toilet and regarding the use of it, to make it a habit for the betterment of the self and for the community. Finally, it would be fruitful if government machinery recognizes the reality of the situation and designs appropriate measures to address the ground reality. For this challenging issue, it has also established holistic partnership and link up with civil society organizations, CBOs, DRI members to facilitate the process through advocacy programs and motivational campaigns for achieving the desired result. Class, in this slide, this forum gives us a moral platform to act hand in hand with government machinery and non-governmental organizations who are to awaken the society to realize the importance of the use of toilet and to distance from varied health hazards. Thank you.